Hello, this is My Green Pets. I'm William Green. Lots and lots of things in bud. And as I expressed last week, a little frustrating because I'm going to be out of town for 11 days visiting family for the Thanksgiving holiday here in the US. And that is precisely when a lot of these things are going to bloom. So hopefully the blooms will last until I get back. So let's have a look at what's going on. We'll start over here with Cycnoches and There are 7 beautiful buds on this guy. Really looking forward to seeing those big white and green flowers and experiencing what's described as banana popsicle fragrance. Should be really cool. Back behind it we've got Bulbophyllum echinolabium, also known as Hal. Nice new big leaf coming out on Hal, and I'm thinking of, in the spring, possibly dividing it right here between these two bulbs. Next to that we've got Rhyncholalia aristocrat with big beautiful sheath pushing out, just a little bit of color at the top there. And the flowers are also mostly white and green with a little bit of color in the back of the throat. Nepenthes pervillii is here. Just popped open a new leaf on the right there and is working on a new pitcher here. The color of the leaves I think is a little bit better than it was, and I'm just hoping that it is starting to turn around and pick up speed. This is one of the most fascinating Nepenthes species, if you ask me. Over here we've got a new pitcher opened up on Nepenthes stenophylla. Isn't that cool? I love how the peristome is almost white with little red stripes. Nice little speckles. Underside of the lid is also very pretty. Just really like the color overall. Really nice. And Stenophylla is working on another new pitcher back here. It'll take a little while. I haven't actually figured out how long it takes for the pitcher to get from this stage to this stage, but it's over a month. So it's cool to watch that happen. My Calyrex seedlings from Peru Flora, at this point they are nearly 3 years. Let's see, they're 2.5 years from Flask, and some of them are really starting to put on really mature looking new growths. Some big chunky new growths pushing on these guys, and that's really exciting. So still at least a couple more years from blooming. Nice big growth here, but we're getting there. We've got side by side, these plants are half sisters, half siblings. They both have the same Grace Dunn live oak pod parent. This is Rebecca Northern. I've called this clone Aurora. It's just my own clone. I got this one from SVO a couple years ago. And behind it we've got Momodia Jumbo World. Spikes unfurling nicely there. Shall we go to the other side of the tent, see what's going on? We got some more buds on these new Cycnoches. All 3 of them, well, no, not all 3 of them, but 2 of them are from SVO just this year. This is Cycnoches cooperi, looking for some green flowers here. Hopefully we'll get something interesting. And then we've got a second group of flowers coming on Cycnoches fire embers. Those turmeric yellow colored flowers. Looking forward to those. And then some speckles on the way with this new cross by SVO. This is Alexis Jesus Pardo by Dark Swan. Pretty complicated cross. 5 species in the background. Mostly Barthiorum. So that will be interesting to see. A lot of excitement, but still trying to not get my hopes up too much yet. We've got Cattleya labiata. My first labiata, this is from Steve Christofferson's breeding. This is Sherwood Forest, which has an award of merit by Libra. Steve Christofferson's plants are outstanding. He's got an amazing collection of heirloom, gorgeous Cattleya. And I'm aware that this bud could turn yellow and drop off at any time, so I'm just enjoying what's here right now and quietly hoping that it makes it all the way to bloom. Still find the coloration of the leaf absolutely amazing here. Look at that. Gorgeous. Moving on back, we've got another Rebecca Northern. This is grapefruit pink. I'll move it up to the front, I guess, when it gets closer to blooming, but it's perfectly fine right here, and the buds aren't bumping into anything, so I'm just going to let it unfurl naturally. Looking forward to seeing those. I messed up the flowers last year. I sprayed Physan solution on the whole collection, and it was too strong and it made the buds black. Over here we've got another Rebecca Northern. This is Mikabe. This is an awarded clone. Got an award of merit earlier this year, actually 2023. And you can see the spike just down there at the base. I'm hoping it doesn't go downward into the pot instead of out of the pot, so I might have to either cut the side of the pot out or maybe put something under there to guide it, but either way, hopefully we'll see some of those beautiful Mikabe blooms in the next couple months. And I've finally recategorized all of my seedlings, repotted a lot of them. Things are looking a lot better now. Things that needed to be separated have been. It's going to take a little bit of adjustment on their part, but they're looking good, and I'm glad that I can see them all now, get access to them. They don't get forgotten in the mass. This is it's a community compot of Cattleya Rex. This came from HBI. These have been really great growers from the beginning. So I sold some of this compote of the batch of the flask of these, but I kept these, and they still need to be separated out. But really looking forward to hopefully getting blooms on this in the next couple years. So yeah, everything's looking pretty good. Pretty excited. I think the lights are gonna snap on here any second. So we'll wait till the lights come on so you can see the difference. And then the Cattleya Dalwiana Rosita, this one looks amazing. It's got roots going everywhere right now. And I know these are supposed to have a pretty pronounced dry season, but I don't know, I'm keeping my eye on it. Some of my Dalwianas have growth happening right now, and if they're growing, then I think they need water. I don't want to let them, I want to encourage that growth. So maybe the dry season becomes more important when they actually bloom and they need that rest. There's our lights. So you can kind of see it makes everything look a little bit yellow, but very strong light. These are, just flash you real quick, these are Spider Farmer SF1000s. They're made for growing cannabis, which is a full sun plant. So everybody gets lots of light in here. They don't get it for the full day. They just get about 7 hours in the winter and 6 hours in the summer, and that's supplemented by the light that comes in from the sun in the morning. Oh, one more plant I wanted to look at. So I showed you a few weeks ago, a coworker had given me a Phalaenopsis surf song that wasn't doing very well. Well, I cut the top part of the plant off and repotted it because it was very leggy and it had lots of roots coming out of it. So I took this part off, potted it up. The leaves started perking up. It clearly was rooting and doing okay. So I gave that back to her when she returned from her trip. and I was going to try to get this thing to push new growth, and it looks like we've got something here. It looks like we can see some new growth pushing here, like I can see the beginnings of a new leaf on this side, and when I turn it around it looks like I've got something similar here, a new little leaf pushing out there, and then there's something green pushing out the top here. That might be another one. So we've definitely got some action happening, and it looks like if things continue, then we'll have two side growths pushing out of this little surf song, which eventually we'll be able to separate and pot up separately. But for right now, it's just a fun little thing to play with and watch him grow and just take advantage of the breeding that these guys have been through and how tough they are. I love the fact that it was thinking about getting rid of this leaf, and in fact this whole part of the leaf just went away, but it held on to the rest of the leaf. It's like it knew it couldn't get rid of the whole thing because it's got to have something to collect energy in order to produce these growths. Just fun stuff, really fun stuff. Down here, a plant I don't update too much on. This is my bulbophyllum. It's a two plants in this pot. We have bulbophyllum, catenulatum. You can see one of the yellowing leaves there is catenulatum. They're more long and oval shaped. And then the other plant is bulbophyllum croceum. This is a croceum leaf. You can see they're wider and a little thinner. And it kept dropping leaves, and I couldn't figure out why, so I moved it down here to the bottom of the tent where it gets less light and it's a little cooler. And so far it looks to be doing a little bit better. Now the catenulatum is a lot easier plant to grow, even though it looks like it's dropping a leaf there. I've had very little problem with catenulatum growing. But the croceum, a little bit tougher, so I'm really hoping that we see some blooms on this plant this year, because the flowers are just these little orange sunbursts. They're so cool. And it's a very rare plant. I don't know anybody else who has one of these. So that's about it. And then in the background you might wonder what this is. This is my Malaxis ophrydis, or Diania ophrydis, and it's just starting to go dormant for the winter, so it's going to drop all of its leaves and just look like some big bulbs sticking out of a pot for a few months. So that's it. Thanks for stopping by and checking out My Green Pets. I reorganized all my playlists on my YouTube page into seasons, like spring, summer 2015, fall, autumn, winter 2015, and went through all the videos and reorganized everything. All right. Have a great week. See you next time right here on My Green Pets. Take care. Bye.